Hey guys, Cripple Fossing Australia. Welcome back if you're old, and if you're new, don't forget to like, subscribe. So I'm back on the good spot, guys. I know you want to see more of this, so I'm back. And I do apologise for the noise in the background. The farmer's just cleaning up his trees and stuff. But anyway, let's get into it. So it's changed a little bit since I come back. See, this rock's almost caved in now, and you can see all this flood debris that's been shot everywhere. It's brilliant. But look at these gravels. I need to test along here, see how you've got a bigger bunch of gravels in that spot. That's a good spot to test. And this shelf, I had to go at this bit of this shelf. Here was all right, bigger pieces. And then I had another go in here and it was very good specs. Moved over 1.5 feet, dropped off completely almost. But yeah, so I've tried there, tried in here. See, you can also see in here, see your big rocks in this line? And then look at them. That's where you should be digging. And so I've come up here and I'll show you exactly what's going on. Just turn around, this is where I'm panning. So, what I stuffed up with last time is I test dug here. You can see it. And you can see that's actually on a hill and there's not actually much gravels going around here, just on that back side and mostly on this front side. So what I'd done, I tested in here too. There's a lot of black sand, not worth the gold. And there was a little hill here, so I've come up here. There's a bit of a, you can see it's been thrown all up here as well through this old bike. And then I've noticed these big stones, and it was just riding up a hill in here. And you can see all the big cobbles that I've been looking at. And yeah, wow. Amazing specs, amazing. And I'm talking a couple hundred. So I thought I'd show you, give you a look what's going on here. It's a bloody good spot. I just can't believe how good this spot is. I've just tested up further back and then I've moved forward further. And the reason I moved forward is just to check where the best spot is. And it seems to be all around really. It doesn't really matter where I dig in this particular spot. But what I'm down to now is the, sorry for swearing, is the grey clay. And it's very grainy. Come on. Very hard material. Hopefully I can recreate one of those really good pans. Alright. Very sandy, it's a bit concerning. Gravels. There we go, there's our gravels. That's what we're after. You can say I've overloaded it all you want, but I simply haven't. So this all falls through and it's mostly sand, so it doesn't really matter. And you can see got some darker sands coming up here, like a bit darker looking stuff. And as usual, we got a nice little black stars and indicators that it should be pretty good. So I'll set these up and let's pan this and have a suss, see what's going on. Oh, she's heavy. Alright, surely you can see that. Get the air under there. Stir it up, get rid of those big rocks. Make sure that angle's right before I fully commit to this, so I don't have yous on a crazy angle. Yep, that should be okay. Yeah, so those bigger rocks are going to make it really hard for your stuff to fall through, so I like to give it a stir with my hands, if you got the hands for it, anyway. And what that's doing is kind of stratifying it for you, and then you can go to the usual shake left and right. And you can be a bit more confident that nothing's going over the edge then. So
all your concentrates and your heavies are going straight down, and that's what we want. So we're getting big rocks like that. That's good. Mixed rocks, like I always say, is good. Got one here with a bit of a cool band going through it. Throw it downstream, and then I'll just quickly check for anything special, but I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. There are sapphires, rubies and stuff here, but they're very small, so I'm not too worried. I'm just pushing that clay through as well if I see any. Push it through the grates, and then you can just put those into the pan. Alright, and then yep, you got this again. Keep it underwater, break it up in your hands. Any big rocks that fell through, get rid of them. Because that gold will be most likely sitting on the top still. So you want to break up that clay, make sure you can stratify it easier and nothing just blows straight off the edge once you start shaking it. And the worst part about this material is getting it clean. So that's the biggest problem. But also there's lots of black sand here. Like, you've seen my other video where there was hundreds of specks per pan and I was on that secret river. Yeah, well, it's pretty much the same kind of amount of black sands. It's pretty out of control. That bucket's slight blocking the light. Yeah, off we go. You can see there's all sands at the start, so nothing too much to worry about. You've got reds coming through. Cool. There's not as many gems in this spot as the other spot, so it's a bit strange, but there's a lot more spinel, so it's obviously just heavier than the actual garnets and the gemstones here. Well, obviously gold's heavier. Duh, Hayden, you know what I mean. Jeez, I'm supposed to be educating you. I'm saying dumb stuff like that. But yeah. There's lots of sands here, so it's kind of keeping the gems out a little bit. So when I get down to a certain point where it's turning real dark like that already, you see the black sand's coming through already. But yeah, that's the issue with this spot. Just starts coming through straight away, and there's chunks here too, so they'll go flying off. But this should be a decent pan. Hopefully I can recreate what I did in that last two pans, because oh, they were bloody good. And there was actual nice pieces through them too, which was surprising. Because it's I've noticed it's generally very, very, very fine gold here. But there are little bits here, so it's exciting. Especially for a spot like, you know, where I am, around Uralla and that, where it's literally just known for tiny gold. But there have been nuggets found, and there have been pickers found, there's been all sorts of stuff found, and oddities. You just gotta look to find that stuff. And that's why you test pan everywhere. I didn't find this spot because I knew it was there. I had to test pan again because I made that mistake, like I said, where it was just on the hill. That hill was causing so much friction that the gold was just getting trapped up there. And the velocity of the water slowing down, and just worked out really nice. Just not a single sapphire yet, unfortunately, but oh well. I've gotten enough of them the last few weeks. I've got tons of them. Oh, yep, pixie pan. Yeah, she's a pixie. We've got pixie ears, which means you can see gold left and right. So I won't pan the back too much. So I reckon she's going to be a good pan, guys, as long as I don't throw out too much trying to rush it. make his wait 20 minutes for me to pan a pan down. Like, jeez. You just repeat over and over, guys. Just be gentle and patient. Unlike me right now, I'm just doing it. I'm doing a little rougher than I should be, but you can see what I mean. Like, see all the black sands? I'm like, yeah. I should be taking a little bit more gentle, but I've noticed most of the gold actually just sits right through these black sands. They're not as dense as that other spot where it was just floating on top of it. The gold, like, if it had any shape, it was just sitting on top of the black sands. It was crazy. And a pain in the butt too, believe it or not. Yeah, we're getting low, and then I've already shown you this, but guys, but do that. And you can kind of roll it back a bit. Find where your gems stop and start, and your big rocks end. Your bigger ones like this, and just flick them off the back. But make sure you use this grill. That grill will stop you just shoving gold straight off the back of the pan. So make sure you do it like that. Keep it underwater so you don't throw any garnets and stuff away. And off you go. Really low now, guys, so should be interesting. Won't be too long now. Yep, not so many garnets in this one. See, I expected a bit more, but I was probably throwing them all out when I was just trying to pan a bit faster so it's not so tedious. But once you see his pan, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just insane. All right, let's have a look. All right, tilt that a bit more. All right, cool. Once it's tuned straight. Really? Gonna be a pain right now? Okay, cool. So, that. Yeah, see, not a bonanza of colours again like the last spot that I showed you when I was here, but still pretty nice. Still pretty nice colours. I'm just giving you a look because the big pieces like to roll down. I'm really bad with them. Oh yeah, you can see that gold coming through already. Oh, look at that bit. Oh yeah. Oh, this isn't as good as the last pan, but at least there's nice bits in there so I can give you an idea. Oh, it's still a decent pan. Let's have a look here. I'll just pop this camera off so you can see it a lot better. Just give me a sec. Oh, geez, sorry for the noise, guys. But yeah, all right. That's not bad. Not bad little bits at all. Pretty happy with that. Put you down. Wow, that's a pain. But yeah, not bad. It's a nice little bit. See, let's put my finger there for comparison. It's not huge, but it's a nice little bit for my area. That's a specimen. No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, beautiful little bits of gold there. So you can see the micros I'm usually getting. Like, it's still not a bad pan, but I was getting a lot better. Like, I was doubling that at least. But I'm sure I've just done it. I'll do another reveal maybe. See if I just stuffed it up. I'll just do it lazy. Oh yeah, there was a few more bits in there, that's for sure. That's for sure. Just need to tap it. Yeah, fair few more bits than I thought originally. Zoom in a bit now so you can see better. There you go. So there's that nice bit. And then you've just got little micros going all through there. If you can see them. The shade works better. Yeah, and just there's another bit there that I didn't see before, and it just keeps on going through there. But yeah, beautiful gems, beautiful colours, zircons, and but you can't complain with that. They're beautiful. Yeah, so I'll just zoom back out again, and we'll have a look again at why I picked this spot. So we've got this gravel bar here. It's just reaching all through here, and I tested here. It was too high up. I shouldn't have done that. Camera, don't do that. And I was testing here, and it was just full of black sand, hardly any gems, and it was just stuff all gold. And then all I did, come a little bit in, see right here. This is dead in line with that corner, so the water's going to be rushing straight through here, and that little bike will cause a bit of friction, and that hill caused a bit of friction. That's why you've got all these big rubbles depositing all through here. That's your indicator. Yeah, if you want to see the kind of stuff I've been digging, this is it. This is, yeah, you can see the blacks, you can see the old sand going through. So we got our red, got iron staining here. There's another indicator, so you can see it through there. Got your clay layer. See, I punched through this clay layer. And the clay layer here was a pain in the butt, but once it got deeper, it turned into so much easier stuff to deal with. Like, you see how it's got your blacks in it, guys. Like, you can see how it's just heavies. That's how I knew I was on a half decent spot straight away. And I might have just punched through, because you've seen that pan was not that great. Bit of metal. See, there's your stain, not iron staining, just rust. Yeah, so there's heavies here. You're finding rocks like that in the same spot as you're finding little stones and nice grainy clay like that. You're sorted. And that should help a lot, guys. But yeah, thank you a lot, everyone. I've had a great time out today, and yeah, thank you everyone that's new and who's just joined. It means so much that you love seeing what I do and how I do it, and I hope I can teach us a lot on the way, because we all started off not knowing a thing, and I was there about a year and a half ago when I started the channel, and I had a great idea of what to do because I studied a lot. So when I jumped into it, because of my back, I didn't have to put in as much effort and stuff, so it made it a little bit easier. But research and videos like this, there's so many videos on YouTube where people are giving you good advice like this as well, guys. So don't forget, check them all out, and it will help you a lot. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below, and don't forget you can become a member and a patron. And yeah, no problem. Have a good one, guys.